Hey there, Sagittarius. It's Tashina with Holy Tarot here, and I'm bringing you late night darkness. I don't think you can't even see that one. Okay, late night reading for Saggies for May. All right. I usually don't do these late because I like the sun. I like the sun on my face. Anyway, we're gonna start like this. Talk a little bit about astrology, just a few changes going on in the skies because they're big. And then I'm going to do a general reading. We'll talk about that for a few minutes. We'll do a short love reading, a little snippet. And then move on to like career, tangibility things that are tangible, career, money, etc. Somebody's not getting their wish, huh? What are you wishing for, Saggies? Okay, here we go. So we're talking about Sagittarius for May 2019. And it just looks like you guys are going to be really busy. Like, you're not going to have much time to like slow down and do things by yourself, like for yourself. So just like make sure and make that time, okay? You're just going to be like more busy than you have been in a while, okay? So the new moon in Taurus that just passed on the 4th, a few days ago, it brought for you material stability. So money's looking good. You know, your job is stable right now. I made a comment to eat and rest, okay? So make sure not to skip meals, to eat all your meals, and to eat well, you know, if you can, eat really well. And to rest, to take time for yourself, to take breaks, to do some self-care. Don't forget to do that, okay? Mercury moves into Taurus. It's a lot of Taurus energy, so it's a lot of like very grounded, slow-moving, patient, a bit stubborn energy. That energy is going on right now, and I think some signs, Sagittarius might be one of them, like the fire sign that would be maybe kind of annoyed with that energy, like, you know, like people are starting to piss them off because they're like too slow, or you know, they're waiting on somebody, and it's taking too long, okay? So just be careful of that energy. So your living situation might need some help, or like yeah, I mean, I guess your living situation could be kind of troublesome. There might be something up with that. I'm not really sure. I just did a little tiny note here, but I'll keep going. So Mercury moves into Taurus. Venus moves into Taurus on the 15th. Uranus moved into Taurus last month, I believe. So when Venus moves into Taurus on the 15th, your work gets a lot better. And it's going to like feel more stable even. Mars goes into Cancer. Mars is not comfortable in Cancer. Cancer is a protective sign. It's kind of like, you know, lover, not a fighter. And Mars does not like that energy necessarily. Mars wants to, he's kind of the warrior, you know, he wants to move forward. He wants to be in charge. So it might make you a little sensitive during that time, the 15th. You might be a little touchy with people. You might actually like say some things that people don't like, you know, like you might annoy people and then like point things out that maybe you shouldn't, okay? Full moon in Scorpio on the 18th, it's going to bring you some new dreams. You might even have some prophetic dreams going on. You might be overthinking. It might call for you to sleep more because you'll be using so much of your mind, you know. A lot of mental activity. I kind of see that for this full moon in Scorpio, okay? On the 18th. All right, Gemini season starts after the 21st. And your focus will shift onto others. and other people's issues, problems, the good things as well, okay? So yeah, big shift onto others, like you put them ahead of yourself after the 21st. All right, so let's see general energies for Sagittarius. That's you. Look at you. You're just popping right out in your reading. Listen, you're upright. You're feeling good. You're feeling kind of innocent and wanting to try something new. You're kind of in this, look how pretty I am. And that's what keeps coming in my head. Look how pretty I am, but look how pretty I am. He's like staring at this wand and just like so into himself. Let's not say narcissistic. It's not quite that far, but just like a little bit self-involved. Okay. All right. Some arguing, fighting, pettiness. Is that what's going on right now? Are you kind of putting your head in the sand? That's kind of the feeling I'm getting. Somebody's sticking their head in the sand so they don't have to deal with this. Yeah, this came out earlier for you. You know, wishes not being fulfilled. The things you're hoping on are being stalled with this arguing and pettiness, and I almost get this sense that it's not like so serious. I feel like it's just like you and maybe another person got in it could be a Leo, by the way, or a fire sign, and got in a bit of a fight, like not a fight, just like a little disagreement, and I feel this energy like you're taking it too far, or you're making it bigger than it needs to be. You're being hella dramatic about it, actually, and you might not even know it, okay, until like later, after the fight and everything has happened, because like you feel like you're the victor, like you're like, I won that fight, you know what I mean? You have that energy, but like, does it really matter if you lose like a friend or, you know, somebody like that you love? Like, I don't know, what's the old saying? Would you rather be right or be happy, you know? So you're gonna have to make a choice here. I mean, this is like, hey, I can win this fight, I can win this argument. It doesn't matter if it's not really what I want, okay? I come out good. I come out looking good in it. And maybe this is a fight you actually do need to be part of. Maybe it's like something like too much of your, what is that? Too much of your pride, or your, like your, not pride, I want to say too much of your, like, it's like, for you, it's like, it feels like that, I can't think of the word, that's like, for you, it feels more like, it's the principle, that's it. It's like I hear you saying it, but it's the principle of the matter, you know. So maybe that mindset needs to just shift. Maybe you just need to pick your battles a little bit better also. But this is just kind of a losing one. It just kind of seems silly. Yeah, you feel like you're victorious. This is just completely opposite energies here. Maybe you feel like you're victorious, but I mean, did you really have to do it? You know what I mean? Was it necessary? Like, did you really need to be like the victor? Did you need to be a champion? I don't know, you know? That's for you to answer. Okay. Seek in reverse. almost feel like you, and then love abound, this is the Ace of Cups in reverse as well. I kind of get this feeling that you are heavy deep into some things that like, heavy deep into your own personal victories, like your own personal like I feel like you are trying to run a race, okay? And like a marathon. I feel like you're running a marathon. And it feels like you're like on, you know, mile 23. I mean, I don't think you're like super close to the end, but like close, you know? And like I feel like you're like, I'm just going to spend, I feel like you've spent a lot of time internally, like thinking over things and going over things and doing this internal like landscaping almost, right, in your heart. And I feel like you realize like that the timing for this is not even right. You may actually meet somebody that you know, that like brings up some of those emotions for you, but you're going to need much more time to do some healing, to do some introspection, to really think about what's going on in your life. What do you want to create from this life? It's just like, if you meet somebody now, the timing's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. They're going to have to be really, really patient with you. So it's probably best not to try to dive into anything right now, like relationship-wise at least. I do feel like the sense of you knowing, you're not seeking, but you actually have this intuition and this knowingness about you right now that feels like it feels like I don't know why I'm shuffling this. Sorry, that's not the right cards. The knowingness feels like your intuition's at a heightened state. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do the love reading. I know that kind of was a love-ish reading. Oh. Okay. Perfect. I wanted 3. So, You Deserve Love came out reversed. Passion. I mean, you might meet somebody. Sagittarius might meet somebody. It might be a Leo, by the way. And you might like fighting with this person in this weird way. Or another fire sign. Okay. You deserve love. You are lovable, right? So it's in reverse. So I'm thinking that you probably don't feel like you deserve love. You probably don't think like you're worth anything right now. You might feel kind of down, especially with, you know, with love. I almost feel, I don't feel like a depressed feeling from you guys right now. I actually feel like a removed. Like I feel like you guys are being completely indifferent to like love or any kind of romantic anything. Like I feel like you wouldn't even know if somebody, you wouldn't even know if someone were hitting on you at this point. Sacrifice. So I kind of feel like you think that this is the way forward, is to just stay out of relationship, just don't open your heart, just continue being indifferent. Like you're almost sacrificing your heart. You're sacrificing your heart for like So you can't be hurt again. You don't want to be hurt again. Okay. So the next card is passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So I don't see you like necessarily moving forward. This is a Triumph card. That's that Chariot card. It's also a Cancer card. And it's saying that, you know, you don't want to necessarily move forward with anybody. You're not ready for that. But, you know, it's okay to like have a fling. It's okay to, I mean, hey, I'm not the person to tell you it's okay. You do whatever feels good to you. But what I'm saying is that like, it's short term. Short term. This is not something that's going to go through the long haul. It's like passion, you know, just fiery passion. So make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And I kind of feel like it's this way. I think it did fall this way, and I kind of switched it because I didn't think it was right, but I actually think it's this way. I think it's make the effort. So make the effort to get out there, to go out with friends, to do things that make you happy, to meet people so you can have this passionate, like, new start. I do get this sense that, like, I feel like this is this way too. And, yep, and I feel like materially with your work, with money, you're doing really well and it continues to grow. And I feel like you gain confidence from this. And so the only stage left is like opening your heart to somebody. If it's within a relationship, we're talking about like you've sacrificed, you've done the things that you feel like you needed to do in a relationship, and it still didn't help anything. You still felt like you weren't being loved, you know? So now here you are, maybe you just got a job, or you got a promotion, or you got a raise, or if not, then it's coming, it's in the somewhat present. So, and make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So maybe somebody is finally making the effort because things are kind of moving forward for you and they can see this. You could be the other way around too. You could be the one making the effort because your partner might be, coming into the money, or you might be actually establishing something and feeling just really good about yourself. Okay? So for couples, passion, it brings about passion. So if you haven't, been intimate with your lover or for a while, and in a relationship, then this time, this newfound confidence, this new security that you've created is going to help with that. It's going to bring that spark back. It's not going to last long term or anything, but you know what? Sometimes you just need a little spark, right? Okay. So, sorry, I know that was kind of a little bit of a mess for Saggies, but that's what I got, okay? All right, career now. I know that kind of talked about career as well, so I'm curious what's coming up for you guys. All right, so the Death card, sudden changes, transformations. Knight of Cups. This is almost the same energy of the last cards I just did, okay? So, listen, something ends, something abruptly ends, and it's the best thing that ever happened to you. It could be end of a job, it could be the end of a relationship. I'm not sure what that's about, but something ends quickly. It ends rather quickly, but it brings about some of the best stuff for you. Whatever it is that's coming to an end very soon, is going to, or if it hasn't already, because I feel like maybe it already has, brings about new opportunities, new love interests, and another new solid message, new message of money, of stability, of maybe a new job. Both nights are looking into the night, which I find kind of interesting. It's like, what it makes me feel like is that you're very unsure. Like this change, this ending really did shake you up, where you're like, I'm not sure-footed anymore. I'm not sure what my next steps look like. But these messages just keep coming in. So it's like, how can you turn them down? They're just coming in. They're coming in and coming in. So you've got to take them, right? Oh, lots of stuff going on. Okay. Queen of Cups. King of Swords. And Two of Swords. So these could be the people that want to hire you. Water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Okay? So it could be a couple. It could be a couple that wants to hire you, wants you to work with them. Maybe it's like a family business. It doesn't necessarily feel like family, but it feels like two people that are very balanced. Like, one, the more feminine energy is the more maternal giver type, very emotionally stable. You can have these deep conversations with her. And the, King of Swords type is much more direct and straight to the point and no bullshit. Just like, yeah, he's not joking around or anything. He's just like, let's get this done, kind of feeling. And, or the two different energies, meaning like you have two different job positions. Maybe one position is doing stuff that's more feels better, feels more like you're taking care of others, like feels like doing, something that's more maternal, more patient, more emotionally satisfying, and the other job it would be, something more like governmental or, in the justice system, or like really just cutthroat, or like salesman even, or like, something that's just much more decisive, like just like something that maybe you make a bunch of money, but it's not going to fill your heart. And then maybe this is like, you have no structure, and maybe you don't make a bunch of money either. But like it'll like fulfill you, So it'll be a tough decision. Yeah. I feel like one of them is going to make you money. One of them is going to bring you joy, So it's like, what do you choose? Heart over head, For me, it's a super easy decision, so I'm not even going to push my agenda. But like, yeah, maybe in the meantime, maybe right now you need to make money and stockpile and, do things like that. And then, down in the future, you can always switch jobs, or maybe you need to nurture yourself right now. And then maybe money is not a huge issue. Maybe you have things that are settled. So yeah, it's a tough decision. I see it being very tough. Careful if you lose your job, of you losing your job if it hasn't happened already. But it is a really positive, wonderful thing to happen to you. It's going to open up some new opportunities, better opportunities. And who doesn't want to be wanted, like especially by two different people or companies or places, yeah, just time to choose, May. Let me think if there's anything else. I'll put one more card on this. See if there's anything else I need to tell you. This could even happen within a company where like your job changes or like they offer you just another position within there or something like that. And you have to decide, like, do I keep my current job or do I move to something else? Yeah, okay. So you've got the Nine of Cups that came out with this reading. I mean, it's just like, it feels like a dream come true. Like you're like, wow, I never thought you'd ever offer me this. This is like something that's like unheard of, It's going to be a really exciting, unusual opportunity. Like I said, it might be with two very different companies or people. Yeah. All right. So I think we're done with Saggies. And I'm gonna pull one. I made these cards. I made these fun cards. There's so many actually. And if you want to ask a question, we'll just see what we get for the energies of Sag. Okay, Sagittarius for May. What do they need to know? Oh, that's funny. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, seriously? Like, it was like this. Let me show you. Did you see? I'm not sure if you even showed me. Like, I didn't realize there was another one under, and I'm like looking, and it says, not a fight you can win. Walk away. It's like a perfect, okay? So I don't know what this fight is. I did see, earlier the bickering and things like that and the pettiness and all that. So, just know that, is this worth your time? I keep getting this thing about it. Like, you could just walk away. It's not really worth your time. You'd rather be happy. You'd just rather be happy, wouldn't you? I would. So I just don't understand why you're putting so much into this, like, principle, Okay, that's enough because I'm just talking shit about you guys. And I love Sagittarius, so, no shade on you guys. But this is not a fight you can win, okay? So put your energy somewhere else. Put your energy somewhere else. Okay, love you guys. If you want a private reading, I think right up this way, you can click on something, and then in below in the box. So, and check me out on Instagram, Holy Tarot. Okay, thanks, bye.